we will start our program with the Honorable Cynthia McKinney.
Appropriate that we take the time to honor someone like Hubert Harrison, who was a proud Black radical. I also think it's important that we mark the memory of Mamadou Chinyelu, who questioned the Bush administration's version of what happened in New York City on September 11th. He told the truth. I think it is also important that I recognize two people and one group of people who are here. Kali Akuno is here from Jackson, Mississippi, where we just had an electoral victory. Who has done an awful lot of organizing for her entire life and encourages us to take a look to our south at Haiti, and I just came back from spending a month in Haiti. I would also like to recognize the members of the Green Party here who provided an opportunity for me to present what I consider to be a set of profound ideas, policies, and values to the people of this country in all of our states. I want to say thank you to the Green Party members who are here. Earlier, I think it was a member of Mr. Harrison's family who said, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Do what? Is my question. On Thursday, General Taguba spoke to journalists and said that the photos currently being withheld by President Obama show rape. On Friday, he went even further and said that he saw video of U.S. soldiers raping and sodomizing detainees. From the first batch of photos that were released, we know that detainees were also murdered in your name and in my name. But some of us here in the United States are not shocked or surprised that this kind of behavior could occur. For those of us who have our eyes open, the gritty streets of America are filled with the experience of unarmed Black and brown men being beaten, raped, sodomized, and even murdered by terroristic agents of the state. We remember the Black Panther Party, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Kwame Ture. We remember George Jackson, Soledad, and Attica. We remember the American Indian movement, the Puerto Rican independentistas, the Chicano movement, and we remember the FBI. We know about Area A in Chicago, and we've heard the San Francisco 8 recount for us their experiences of torture at the hands of law enforcement. We've heard them tell how 30 years later, the very same people who tortured them showed up on their doorsteps to rearrest them for crimes they didn't commit. So when General Taguba verifies that torture, rape, and murder were used by U.S. servicemen and women, we really aren't surprised. When we see Dick Cheney say that torture worked, we in this audience aren't surprised. When we hear that Democratic Attorney General Jerry Brown, who allowed the San Francisco 8 prosecution to move forward, is rumored to want to be governor of California and expects to win on our votes, we shouldn't be surprised. Or even the Gavin Newsom, current mayor of San Francisco, who is aiding and abetting the ethnic cleansing of that last remaining black neighborhood in that city, wants to be governor and expects black, brown, and progressive white voters to elect him. We really shouldn't be surprised. And even when yet another young man is gunned down by the police, be it Oscar Grant in Oakland, or the police officer here, I think his name is Omar Edmonds in New York City, the policy doesn't change. So we shouldn't be surprised. The authorities have proven that they will do everything and more if the people will allow them to get away with it. And our president has breathed new life into the Democratic Party. But the fact is, our precious breath that gives that party life is killing us. Glenn Ford, Roy Singham, Didan Kimathi of the All-African People's Revolutionary Party, and I all came together earlier this year to not only lament the present, but to change the future. We decided that while our movement was nascent, coming out of our Power to the People campaign, that there is power in organization, there is hope in mobilization, and that victory is possible in implementation. We agreed to found an action movement and to call it Dignity. There will be some who will maintain that this country, founded as a settler state, never had any dignity since it rested on taking and not sharing land that belonged to someone else. After deep engagement in slavery, the takeover of whole countries, denial of self-determination, and endless war and occupation, still others would say that our country has certainly lost whatever dignity it might have been able at one time to earn. And certainly after Abu Ghraib, dignity is no longer possible. For about 10 years, I went around the country proclaiming the black body politic to be at first moribund, then comatose. I now see the same fate awaiting even the progressive community as we witness ongoing war, even ramping up the war machine during the greatest transfer of wealth out of black and brown communities by the wholesale theft of people's homes. Bait and switch schemes, whitewashing and red herrings shouldn't be left for the people alone to decipher, as they also are trying to save themselves from drowning. Some of us know what's going on, and so we've decided to organize Dignity in order to inform and then try and stop it. We are tired of watching politicians acknowledge our pain, win office, and then go about their business adding more to the existing pain. We can change the policies only by changing the nature of the debate that leads up to the selection of our policy makers. That means that we must have a way to get our message out, independent of Fox, CNN, the New York Times, Clear Channel, or even public radio. People must know in advance what the issues are, what the possibilities of policy are, and be informed correctly, not only in slick Madison Avenue-style campaigns designed to mislead. We need media of our own. And finally, we need actions that serve as a wake-up call to all of our elected officials that for a critical number of us, and Glenn just happens to believe that we have the right number of people supporting us in general right now, business as usual is over. We have brains, we have bronze, and we have guts. But is that enough?